Yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. I'm gonna give y'all some time to tune in. Apologies for the pushback half hour. It's been a hectic morning and a loud morning in the city, but nonetheless, you always gonna get something. I ain't gonna keep y'all all crazy this afternoon. Still got some things I gotta take care of, but nonetheless, hopefully everybody had a blessed and productive Monday morning so far, afternoon for those, evenings already, and happy Tuesday to the future babies. Hopefully everybody had a blessed weekend. Yeah, those that were celebrating birthdays, hopefully y'all enjoyed yourselves, created memories. You know, same old, same old. So fire too, baby. Appreciate everybody that tuned in Friday for the conversation. Definitely was a good one. Definitely hit some key points that we needed. And I'm still going to reiterate on that. Because again, we got to really get that awareness out about the dangers of playing around, especially with tons of steel. For those that missed it, definitely catch the replay. Now, when I was saying that it was a video of two people, uh, come to find out it was more than two people. How you doing? All right. And found out it was more than two people that was doing the subway surfing. And again, I'm gonna say this to some of y'all folks out there: don't let certain things that you see on that internet or certain things that you see in real time blur your vision and blur your safety. Again, remember your safety measures. Again, the fact that you are trying to stand up on a moving train thinking it's a surfboard or a skateboard, you're taking a calculated risk with your life. And again, you are going to be the one that's causing that type of pain and drama towards your family. I'm telling you, that would be the worst feeling for your family to have to identify your life. Again, some of y'all have to learn the difference between stunts and life risking injuries. There's certain things you're not going to be able to do. Again, you are supposed to know your limits and your reaches. Yes, we know we got stunt doubles out there and they are trained to deal with certain situations. Then again, that doesn't give you that justified right to do it, especially again when you know the train is moving or the bus is moving at a specific speed. Like I said, you could have easily, as soon as you got your grip, you could have lost your grip. In certain areas, you're not going to be able to play that subway surfing because, again, the tunnels are either narrow or you don't know when them tunnels are coming. And again, if you miscalculate, you could definitely harm yourself. Those that are not riding on top of the trains, you riding in between cars, and even that could be a danger. God forbid it be your luck you slip through and get crushed by that train as it's moving. Again, you have to remember there's more than life than just trying to take those dangerous risks. See, the problem is, again, y'all look at stunts being seen and think that, oh, you can actually do that and maneuver with it. It's not always going to be the case. And again, what is the whole thrill of that? Taking those type of risks, knowing that could cause bodily harm, even if you survive, Again, you gotta think about that. That's a that's nothing but medical bills that you're incurring right now. Frugal baby, what's good? You know, that's the thing. Why take that risk? Again, you can't grow back a limb. So again, every part of your physical safety is important. Now, again, there are certain things that you might be interested in, might be a little dangerous. Understandable. But again, that's not a sport, and that's definitely not a risk you should take. Again, that's like you running back and forth between streets. Hey, what's going on? That's like you running back and forth between the street right now, and you know it's traffic coming. Or that's like you trying to run across the highway, run across the expressway, taking a risk. Again, there's some of y'all, like I was saying the last time, you running around in these train stations, you doing certain stunts or just doing certain things that you know is not a good look for you. Again, you got to remember who going to deal with it in the long run. Because God forbid if you lose your life. Now, who's going to have to bear with the burden of burying you? Your family. Or if you survive, who then going to bear the burden of taking care of your family? Your family is going to want to make sure that you come home safe and sound. And again, even for some of y'all young ones that need to hear it, stop following everybody. Have your own mindset. If you know something like that is dangerous and you feel it in your bone, then don't go with the flow. And if the people get mad, let them get mad. You know. Again, you gotta remember your safety. There's nothing wrong with trying to enjoy life and enjoy it the safest way possible. We know, yeah, there's gonna be danger around certain corners and stuff. Sometimes even freak accidents happen, right? We understand that. But when you're being a part of just doing that, setting yourself up for failure. And you gotta be adequate. Do you really think you want to be sitting up? And some of y'all should remember, some of y'all got goals and inspirations and aspirations. So if you know you have that, why take that risk and put yourself in harm's way? You know, Cage, what's going on, my guy? You can't say that you got goals and aspirations for life when you taking a risk with your life right now. You're already. You know, and that's what I'm saying. You know, you always have to be responsible. You know, BDBGP, going on? What's going on? You know, you got to be responsible for yourself. Oh, you already know, bro. Cooling out, and enjoying this decent weather right now. It ain't too cold and it ain't too hot. Cool gamer, what's going on? Yeah, but again, some of you young men and women out there, like I said, that video. Now I seen the whole exact video. It was more than at least 6 people up there. Subway surfing. You out here playing around on these train systems and these rail systems. It's not a good look. And guess what? Serious, baby. You know, you gotta think about that. More than 6 people was playing around with their lives. And God forbid, you know, like I'm saying, one person actually did get killed. I was hearing about recently. And I'm gonna dig into that story because again, this is what I'm saying. It's not just the young men that's putting themselves at danger, it's the young women too. Again, can't play around with tons of steel when it's moving at more than a certain speed. Love, baby, baby. Again, you better start looking into the countless stories that you get. People taking a risk. People thinking, oh, I could beat the odds. This person couldn't do it, but I know I could do it. Don't get that false hope and that false sense of I could really do it. Because guess what? That'll be your tragic downfall. Again, like, know yourself enough to know when it's too dangerous to be playing certain stunts or playing certain risk games. Because it will be that instance. Simplest thing will be the instance between life and death for you. And I'm sorry to say it that way. Before I go left, I already know my ass. I'm already up. But again, to think about that, to think that it was only two, and then you come to find out it's more than two that was actually out there like that. It's like, come on, now. God forbid all of y'all could have been laying down. That's what I'm saying. Can't always follow people, and you can't follow silly stunts just because you see them doing it. Some of y'all should ask yourselves that question. My bad, y'all. No, it wouldn't be the city without this BS. Don't get it. God damn it. Don't get it. My, my bad, yeah, my bad. So, but yeah, again, just think about that. Those stories that you're going to encounter should tell you something. Some of those people thought that they was going to be able to take the risk and make it home or make it unscathed. Some of them did not make it. Just because, again, miscalculation. You can't play games. Again, a train is going through specific tunnels, switching tracks and doing everything else along those lines. No matter what speed it is, you take a great risk. You could decapitate yourself, God forbid, just by trying to lift your head up some, even while you're under a certain tunnel. You could possibly break your neck, probably injure your spine, anything along those lines. Again, you could slide off while you're under the tunnel and still take a risk. Hit that third rail, God forbid. You're playing around not just with tons of steel, but high voltage of electricity. You got enough going on as it is, you know, which is true. You know, but this is what I'm saying. It's already dangerous enough as it is playing, being in these subway systems. But then you taking a risk like that, and again, you're causing the ultimate traffic jam. Your risk, God forbid, if it gets you hurt or possibly unalive, guess what? That's something you're gonna be causing throughout the whole day. And at some point, yeah, the city will move, but it's principles. Why be crazy and that brazen to take that risk? You have so much potential and so much to live for. Like I said, you want some extreme thrills, find some places where there's extreme thrills, and then you know you got to be safe, man. You have to, or it be your luck you lose something valuable just because you was doing that. You possibly could have lost your phone, broke your phone, all of that. You taking dangerous and uncalculated risk with your life. And that's what I'm saying. Gotta change the dynamic. How many more stories you gotta get before some of y'all realize again this ain't no game? See, again, some of y'all will see things that happen on movies and see what happens even out here when you have people playing risk games and thinking, oh, we can do this shit. We can get away unscathed. You ain't got to worry about nothing. No, you will have to worry about something. Your health. Your health is the most valuable thing. Your physical health is definitely your most valuable asset. Like I said, if you had aspirations on doing something, you better remember those specific stunts that you're seeing, those specific risk games that you see going on around, they don't end well. The majority of the time, they don't end well. Everybody going around out of luck at some point playing around like that. Again, start following your gut instinct. When it don't feel right, when it feel too dangerous to do, don't do it. It's just that simple. You want to be able to live another day. You want to be able to try to get things done. You want to be able to try to reach for certain goals in life. You're not going to be able to do that from beyond the grave. And you're definitely not going to be able to do it when you lied up in the hospital for possibly more than a month, more than 2 months, depending on what's what. And even if you're not DOA right there on contact, you got to take the risk about that when you get to that hospital, depending on how grave your injury is. Appreciate you, serious baby. Working hard in this damn alarm system on my phone, baby. Somebody alarm is going off crazy, but it's all right though. It's not loud like it was the last time. I give it that much. But come on now. Not every stunt you see is going to be calculated. And again, like I said, there's things that they don't show you because there are some people who are doing certain extreme sports. Prime example. When it comes to extreme sports, yeah, you gonna take that risk. Understandable. You know, but again, you know what comes with that territory. You just gotta make sure you execute what you need to execute. But if you feel that's not the move for you, then you go to something else that you feel is gonna be good for you. You have to feel right and comfortable in the things that you know. And to answer that question, I'll be honest with you. Can't. There's certain aspects that you know is going to be a risk of some form of danger. We know that already. That's just life. But if you are making that damn decision to harm yourself or put yourselves in harm way, come on, man. It's only so much you can remember after that. No doubt. Be safe on that road, serious baby. For anybody that might be tuning in, that might be on the road, y'all make sure y'all keep your eyes on the road and definitely make sure these people are not driving crazy out here. Try to make sure y'all just keep yourselves focused on that road ahead. That's it. Yeah, but you just come on now. That's just like when people was doing the car surfing, prime example. You sitting on top. Granted, you know, you even with that, you still can take a risk and hurt yourself. And some people actually have shown that doing certain things, like even some of these little viral moments that you're seeing now, prime example. Some of that is edited, so you already know it's not going to be what you think it is. But then there's other things that is not edited out. And again, it can be dangerous. Like again, for some of y'all, you hopping from platform to platform over a track. God forbid you miss your step and you end up losing your balance the wrong way. What you think gonna happen? If you hit that third where you basically you gonna be shocked, possibly unalive. Again, you got to think about these things that you know, or you hurt your spine for real. Again, could puncture the liver, anything along those lines, depending on your body mass and all of that. You don't know what you're dealing with when you are trying to play these games, or you try to land and you think you got to land and end up breaking your leg or something. God forbid. Now that's another damn injury you got to worry about. That's another sit up moment you got to worry about. You ain't got time to be sitting up, and you definitely don't have time to be. I'm saying playing games with your life. You know, if your ultimate goal is again to just have good experiences and have great experiences, you want to be able to say, yeah, I was healthy enough to do it, not because of me making an erash decision. I done messed myself up physically, and I can't do as much as I'm starting to be limited now to the things I can do. Do some of y'all even know what some of these people go through? The ones who have prosthesis? I don't think you do. Because again, if you did, you would know that playing those type of games, that's exactly what will happen. Again, you could lose limbs. Even if you survive, you could lose limbs. I'm quite sure you don't want a metal leg. I'm quite sure you don't want a metal arm or anything along those lines. Do you really want a glass eye because you might have messed up something in your orbital? You might have cracked your skull. You don't want all of that. I'm telling you, it's getting already dangerous enough in the subway system. But when you're sitting here playing these dangerous games with your life, you are just causing even more chaos and friction in a city that already has it. It's a lot of different things killing the kids, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. You already know serious, baby. There's a lot of that. Like I'm telling you, you can't follow every stunt and think that you're gonna make it home unscathed. And it's sad because again, it's some of the content that you look at that makes you think, well, you know what? Yeah, I could do this. And like I said, like prime example, the hanging off the buildings or trying to climb buildings and things like that. You're not Spider Man. You're not any form of arachnid or something like that where you just gonna be climbing up buildings. You are taking a dangerous risk right there. You trying to, like I said, gain exposure by doing something that risky and dare taking. And guess what? If you survive any injuries and anything else along those lines, you still gonna have to worry about some form of police action. Did you forget about that? Um, because there's been stories where people who have survived the unthinkable, or you thought the unthinkable was going to happen, and it's just by the grace of that man upstairs. A lot of time it didn't happen, but they still had to face something. Oh, so you just want to do things like this and didn't get any form of permission or anything else along those lines? Well, come with us real quick. And again, like I said, you want to be banned from certain places just because you decide to do some form of life life risking stunt just for some notoriety. Come on now. Or just to say and brag, yeah, you did this and this, that, and the third. That's not nothing to brag about. That's not no badge of honor. That's just foolishness. And I'm being logical right now. That's dangerous and that's hazardous to your life. And some of y'all should take consideration into that. Life. Can't follow every trend or every stunt because it ain't gonna be meant for you. And then certain things you gonna try. Prime example. Let's move away from the subway surf. There's gonna be things you try to follow only because people are following it, but that could be your demise. Like I said, pill popping, prime example. Another situation. You following behind people just because that's just the way you want to move. You don't want to not be cool with the people. Nah, you're taking certain risk even with that because you're about to be hallucinating. All it takes is one bad trip or one bad batch, basically, if anything, and that'd be it for you. Again, some of y'all should be aware of what you're doing because again, some of these pills and these drugs you're taking are mind altering. And there are some people who played around with certain medications and now they can't get off the medication. If anything, it made them worse. Again, that would be like you having Ritalin, prime example, a known example. You don't have no forms of issues of ADHD, or hyper, well, yeah, ADHD, et cetera. You need those forms of medications. You're gonna mess your brain up. Think it's a game? You better look up the things that you popping. You better look up all the ingredients of those things that you are putting into your body. No, I'm not perfect. I got things I do, but shoot, there's things I just won't do. And pills is one of them. I've seen firsthand what it do to people. Ain't a good look when you tripping, you hallucinating, even to a point where you are almost about to get yourselves arrested. Ain't a good look. You can't follow every crowd and every trend on what they doing. Prime example, if you don't like to drink, you don't necessarily have to drink, even if you are around people who do drink. I've seen people who don't smoke or drink, but they be around the crowds because they know how to have a good time regardless. And they don't judge or do none of that. Why? Because again, just because you might do something I don't do, or you might not do something that I do, that don't mean I look at you any different. But when you are starting to move on that type of level, you got to be careful and cautious on all angles. Some of these people are actually wilding out just to keep feeding that pill habit. That's why I said certain drugs y'all want to play around with, you want to experiment with, they're gonna have terrible effects, especially when you decide you don't even want to be with it no more. Oh no, it's too late for that. Now your body is gonna be craving and wanting that. Only way you're gonna be able to beat that is if you really strong minded and strong willed to keep away from it and get the help necessary so you can make sure even while you're withdrawing, you're not harming yourself in any way, shape, or form. Your body is the most important key, again, for you to be moving in all elements of life. And again, why take something or play around with something that's going to alter your brain, your process, all of that? You need your mind to think. Prime example, if you too pilled out and coked out, you're not going to make the right decisions. And all your decisions are going to basically be based on trying to get a quick fix or a quick come up to get that quick fix. Like I said, once you get hooked on certain drugs, that's it. There is no I'm gonna just leave it and go cold turkey. No, you're gonna have to either go into some form of rehab or just follow the process of the withdrawals. Like again, some of y'all messing around with the lean and stuff. Again, I'm bringing that back up. You're messing up everything. You're messing up your insides slowly but surely to the point where you'll start even having seizures out of nowhere. You know, it could be a point where, God forbid, you just might end up leaving up out of here depending on how long you have been using it. You got those who are out there that just they dib and dab with it, where you got others who are heavy with it. The ones that are heavy with it, y'all need to take heed to the warning, because that's another way you are slowly killing yourself. Mixing pills and mixing stuff you don't need to be mixing it with. You are breaking down your chemical balance and everything else along those lines. Y'all tripping off of those quote unquote Adderalls and everything else, messing up your body structure from the inside. Like I said, you don't believe me, do your research. You got to remember what you're putting into your body. That shouldn't be one of them. Pills and the medications, those shouldn't be unless you really are suffering from some form of pain that's prescribed by a physician. But then there's natural ways to get yourself back on the up and up, especially if you are, you know, trying to wean away from certain things. But again, you got to want to do it. Nobody gonna be able to hold your hand. You gonna have to just be able to stand tall and do what you got to do. It is for the betterment. In my opinion, I believe some people are taking a risk because that's exactly what it is. They are already on something and they are tripping right now. They on a bad trip. You know, if you're not used to a specific type of medication or drug entering your body and that enters your body, it can do some real bad damage. Again, it could have you out there tripping, have you doing things you ain't normally doing. It could possibly put you on the spot where you get yourself messed up. And for all the wrong reasons. Some people have again tried to experience or try to get down with the crew, and that was their last time getting down with the crew, period. So you better always remind yourself about that. Again, it could be your luck and you get something wrong, and that be it for you. Your body will start going into convulsions it's not supposed to go into. Or, God forbid, you just decide to lay down and sleep it off. You don't wake back up. Again, you got to be mindful of what you put in your body. And those are the type of things you really don't want in your body. Because again, it's going to cause you all the wrong forms of harm. And again, who's going to be hurt in the long run? Your family. Again, if you got kids already, you better be mindful. You want your kids being raised without you? And again, that's for you young men and women out there, because I'm not just blaming the men when it comes to certain situations. No, it comes to some of y'all women too. Stop following. Think for yourself. There's some of you women out there who put yourselves in danger only because, again, you following your sisters, you following your peoples. You gotta be careful. But there's a lot of y'all who are keeping yourselves strong and keeping yourselves on the right path. And again, I commend all of those who are doing so. You know? It's not easy when you know situations that you see on a daily. You know, prime example for some of y'all, if it's not the pills that you all right, you ain't mixing the pills and the lean, but you still mixing pills and alcohol. Number one, any form of heavy pill or alcohol, alcoholic substance are the wrong things to take together. You are messing yourself up. There's certain situations where some of those medications or some of those things you are trying to abuse can start messing with your vision. Tamika, baby. I already know if y'all just tuned in at the like button. But just think about that. Some of those things can mess with your vision. The most important thing is your eyesight because again, how can you navigate through the world? You know, you don't want it to be a situation where you can't see no more. You go partially blind because you've been messing with the wrong stuff, putting it in your body consistent. Again, some of those meds can mess with your liver, mess with your kidneys, mess with come on now, mess with your intestines. Some of them pills or some of them meds can mess with your esophagus. Come on now. Some of it definitely going to mess with your digestive system already. So why put yourself through that? Prime example, if you got medications you taking that's prescribed from a doctor, why would you be mixing heavy alcohol with that? You're putting yourself at risk. You're putting your safety at risk too. In certain cases, some of y'all could possibly overdose just off of that. Look how many people who have overdosed off of pills alone. I know with some situations because people are going through what they call rough times in life. And I can understand again that not everybody is going to be mentally fit or strong to, you know, keep progressing as they are learning and going through this situation. But then there are others that, if you could reach out to them and help them out the best way, even just with advice, then that's the best possible option for you to do. But again, they got to be willing to help themselves. It could lead you somewhere, but once we led you there, that's up to you to decide what you want to do. Now, again, some of y'all going through hard stages in life that you've never dealt with before. The best way to deal with it is, again, not incorporating pills and alcohol. Best way for you to keep everything on the up and up is, again, just go through the process. Remember, there's certain things that are going to be out of your control. Some of y'all are going towards that road only because you had death in the family. Remember that family member wouldn't want you down and out and wouldn't want you in that position. And you gotta understand if that person loved you dearly, guess what? That's something they definitely wouldn't want to see. To be honest with you, there's no need to even have any form of alcohol or anything that could induce whatever, because again, it's going to induce that feeling that you're having for the moment. Just like there's certain ones that they say, if, if you was already angry, you're going to be even angrier. So why go through it? Again, be celebratory when you're doing what you do, because again, whoever's doing whatever, hey, as long as you're not putting yourself in grave danger, that's all I can tell you. Don't put yourself in grave danger. Know your limits. Know when to step back from certain things. And if there's certain things you feel you don't necessarily want to do, then don't do it. Again, love yourself, care for yourself, and think for yourself. You got so much life to give, and you got so much ahead of you. Why cut it short before you even get to any real peak of prosperity in your life? Granted, times will be hard. But again, don't abuse the things that you know could kill you quick. or could kill you slow. Alcohol, depending on what you drinking and how much you drinking, you could possibly poison yourself, period. Alcohol poisoning ain't nothing to play with either. Some people who have died from that. Alcohol poisoning. Too much of it. Again, know what you're putting in your body. Know what's important. Know your limits. But again, be aware of the surroundings. The worst form of thinking is thinking that you don't have nothing to stand for, or to think that you don't have nothing you could possibly achieve. You're further away from the truth than anything. You don't allow yourself to remain down. Again, rise up. Granted, there's some things you just want to take the pain away from, but that little reminder of pain will always be there. But that just shows that you have humanity. And that just shows that, yes, you did love and cherish the person. But again, you got to hold the torch for them, and then you have to still progress in life. Yeah, some people will be here for a reason, others will be here for more than a season. But again, got to remember, when it comes down to life, the beauty of it all is, again, not so much the struggle, but how you got to progression and how you got to where you needed to because of that. Jared, what's going on, my guy? And appreciate you, brother, man. Appreciate you. I caught the replay, man. Shout outs to all the shadow babies and shout outs to everybody. I know what it is. But you got to think about that. You know, there's always going to be stresses in life. Some of them stresses you just, again, you got to say a quick prayer and lift it up somewhere or just get rid of it. You have to. You got to remember that too. When you start abusing certain things, it's going to lead you down a terrible path. And if you happen to catch yourself before you hit the full ultimate crash out, it could be a long step in the journey coming back. Yeah, some of those pills again and some of those drugs you are taking will mess with your mindset. It will. I hear you, man. I hear you. But this is what I'm saying. Think about that. You want to poison your liver and poison your mind with specific pills and specific drugs, period. You are completely breaking down everything. And guess what? At some point, you won't have to deal with a whole list of new health ailments and all of that. Don't take that unnecessary risk. Again, know what's important. If what's important to you is, again, striving for greatness and excellence, and again, you got to have your mind strong. And again, you got to be able to filter out everything you need to filter out. For some of y'all that are heavy users on them pills, again, I would warn and suggest that you at least try to wean away from it. If you see it's doing great harm to you, again, move away from it. and go get the necessary help you need. And again, look at some of the situations we had when, again, mind altering drugs have caused people to lash out or even get to violent stages. Come on now. That's something that shouldn't be overlooked or underlooked. Because again, if a person was just cool and collective, and then before the end of the night they are on a crazed power trip, that means something happened in between that time. What happened, you don't know. Regards to what, a bad trip is a bad trip. And again, I've seen it firsthand. I've seen one or two people almost be unalive just because tripping off of whatever, hanging with the wrong people. Next thing you know, they worse than Smokey on Friday running down the street. It really is crucial. Don't ever put yourself in a situation where you can't remember what happened. And some of those people have went through that. Some of those people went through that for real, not remembering nothing that happened prior to whatever they took or whatever they was doing. It's like when I told y'all with the young girl that wasn't aware that she was the main suspect and the only suspect in a vehicular homicide that happened. You want to be partying and drinking and knowing that you're not supposed to be drinking, period. First of all, you're still underage, number one. But the sad part about it is, again, loss of life because you wasn't paying attention. You was too inebriated. And again, for those that I urge to really be safe out there should really be no drinking and driving at all. I don't care if you're that experienced because you still always take that risk. But when you know you too intoxicated to do anything, yeah, you get a cab or you get some form of transportation home. Other than that, don't put your life at risk. Don't get behind the wheel and don't let anybody else that's inebriated like that get behind the wheel as well. Again, you gotta think about your general physical safety. Not gonna be able to create memories and create anything when you're not here to do it. Other than that, though, I do feel today was a reiteration from Friday, which it really is on all angles now. Because some of y'all are doing stunts only because, again, you're tripping off of whatever it is you're tripping off. They will have consequences. They can have fatal consequences. Always remember that, even in the back of your skull. Certain things you do can always have fatal consequences. Nah, that's not my dog. My dog is upstairs already, love baby. I'm still out and about. That's my neighbor dog. He got two of them. Okay, got a pit and a little. Look like a little poodle. Oh, he kind of look like Simba too. He kind of do, but no. But you gotta remember this part though. Um, you shouldn't have to learn those life lessons the hard way. Again, look at countless people who had to learn the hard way. Remember, these people lost a lot. Some lost limbs, some lost mobility, some lost life. You really want to put yourself in that risk. But I'm going right back to you subway surfers out there. Do you really want to be on that long list? Time to break that cycle. Again, I would urge those even in my city right now. Again, stop playing games in these subway systems. It's too dangerous. Walking on subway tracks or you running from track to track, doing certain things, and some of y'all trying to do that for a little viral clip. Just remember, that viral clip could be your last one. Better love yourself and, be more safe in your surroundings. All in all, though, I do feel like today was definitely a great message. Like I said, just y'all young ones, be careful out there. Because when I seen this whole video again, it just goes to show that there's lack of love, lack of safety, also lack of accountability. Because for some of y'all, if you already know your kids is out here doing dangerous things, you need to be held accountable because your kid could do something dangerous that cause danger to everybody. God forbid it be your kid's fault that a train derails off of a track and causes some form of chaos and damage. In a city that's always moving and constantly growing, again, there's more growing concern about people taking risks like that. Again, parents get a step ahead of some of the things your kids are seeing or following. And for some of you young adults out there who are a part of that stuff too, you gotta remember, again, just because you might have survived or just because you might not have gotten harmed, that don't mean there's not a strong possibility that it will happen. It could definitely happen when you least expect it. But all in all, though, I really hope that this message gets out again. I had to bring this awareness in this part too, because again, some of y'all should be thinking for yourselves. Some of y'all should understand that again, you know, you're always going to be able to create long lasting memories without having to take those extremes. You want to build memories with your friends and all, cool. But be safe in doing so. Like I said, if you're going to go out on trips and things like that, you got to be safe. Everybody should be responsible and everybody should keep the formation going. Safety formation. And another thing is stop putting yourself and putting your friends in harm's way too. Come on, y'all, we all gonna go do this after school. Knowing that that thing you trying to do could possibly unalive you. You better think twice about it. Again, look at some of the families who have to bear that brunt and bear that pain every day. Again, you don't want to be on that long list. Start striving for something better. Stop being a follower and be a leader of your own destination. There's some of y'all that's even riding on big industrial trucks or vans and things like that. Again, playing around. Can't play around. Because the minute anything makes an abrupt stop, that could be it. You done lost your grip. Some of you have already lost grip. You lost grip of reality. Yeah, it may look fun. It may look like it's something that you would want to do every so often, but then again, is it really worth it? Like I said, if you want to think about it, look at a lot of the stunt doubles in movies. Some of them stunt doubles got hurt too. Because again, there's certain things that if it's not properly landed, you could most likely damage or harm yourself in the worst way. You can't do everything that you see. You can't. Not everybody gonna be able to slide through tight spaces or make it through big gaps. There's something to think about though. Again, parents, start making sure that your young ones are safe. Make sure that there's no unnecessary or miscommunication. And again, bring back the safety measures that are needed right now. In order to keep everything in line, again, prepare them for them dangers. The minute you decide to overlook it, that could be the beginning of your downfall or your family's downfall. Again, you better be wise in what you're doing. Be safe in what you're doing. The minute you put yourself out there like that, guess what? Again, you can't sue the city. You can't do none of that because again, you put yourself in harm's way. Yeah. Hold on. But yeah, again, make sure you giving your kids that safety measure and give yourself some safety measures. Again, you can't follow every little stunt that you see. That stunt could cripple you or worse. Love yourself, believe in yourself, educate yourself. You might see things and think that, oh well, they survived or they walked away unscathed. They might have, but not the people that they know. Like I said, not everything gonna work for everybody. Again, think for yourself. Your physical safety and your physical health is the most important thing you need in life right now. Always remember that. Get away from the nonsense that you see and start moving in your own light. Before I get up out of here, I'm gonna take the time again and thank everybody that's been a part of the build, still becoming a part of the build. We still got more great conversations and reiterations to bring up. And yeah. Oh, before I get up out of here, before I get up out of here, for you birthday babies, all you fellow Scorpios this week. Hopefully y'all enjoy y'all birthday week. Hopefully y'all keep yourselves safe. And again, keep yourself visual as always. One more again for y'all. One more.
That's just not my problem. Not my problem. That's just not my problem.
Make sure y'all dancing for your boy. Oh yeah, take a shot for your boy too. And I ain't forget about y'all again. But I definitely, you already. But I definitely appreciate every last one of y'all that tuned in. But yeah, for those follow me on Clapper, I will see y'all tonight at 7. And yes, we will definitely be in the building. We will definitely be in the building. Time for me to figure out lunch and be light skinned again, you know. But wait, I can't let y'all go out like that. Oh, wait a minute. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. Who said they want to dance?
You must first begin to
No. My fault. I'm peer pressuring people right now. Peer pressuring people right now.
We should have been hanging out a long time ago, brother.
Wait a minute. One more again. One more again.
Don't give in, trust me, could take all your sins. So let me in. Don't give in, trust me, could take all your sins. So let me in. Don't give in, trust me, could take all your sins. So let me.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, you know I'm gonna keep y'all dancing for the day, you know. But again, for those who might have just been tuning in, definitely share it out. And for those catching the replay again, make sure you share that message out. Again, this is something that needs to be brought out, and the awareness will keep being brought out for real. You know, again, be safe in your decisions in life. Don't take them unnecessary bodily risk and harm. It's not going to do you no well. It definitely ain't going to do your family no well. You taking a risk at stifling your full potential in life. So be safe. But yeah, let me get up out of here. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. Everybody that was in attendance today, y'all already know that love is love and they'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I do is give you real. That's what I'm gonna do is give you real topics. Real good. Oh, wait a minute. I'm still thinking about this before the year is out. First ever AI Matrix Award.
I just want an Oscar.
Oh man. Wait a minute, I can't let y'all go out like that. I forgot. I really can't let y'all go out like that. Come on now.
That's just not my problem. Not my problem. That's just not my problem.
Then one more again. You know how we gotta give it up. You know how we gotta give it up. Oh man. Let me leave y'all with some good old karaoke vibes.
You a baddie, the type I appreciate. With no makeup, you looking good in the face. Natural body, I'm loving how it's shaped.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hoes coming in, so I gotta bring the guys with me. Said he get the dirty outside. Heard there was some freaks, so I had to bring the down with me. Oh, you with it? I'm gone. Come to the bathroom, give me that dome. Yo, man's get the tripping, Brody.
On the dollar shit.
One more game for the good one.
And she wanna get the fucking. She think I'm a cheater, but I really don't do nothing. So why the fuck you always up to something? So why the fuck you always up to something? These women will come and go. So why the fuck you always up to
Yeah, but I definitely see y'all again tonight at 7 on Clapper. So, you know.
I was almost there. That's what
Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. And until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.